Kyle is gonna live upstairs, so.
Oh, these go upstairs.
Yeah, this is upstairs. It's kind of a unit by itself.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to for him to move stuff in, but
To what?
to carry his bed and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So what do we have here, man? Tell us about this project.
This is the fighter's house. This is the fighter's house. We got a couple guys, younger guys at Sanford that needs a place to stay while they're here, and it's going to be much cheaper than getting a hotel.
Yeah.
So this one, we're going to change this.
Yeah.
We're going to change this to a different one where you can see through. So nobody can see through when you guys come. Even when I was here, I was paying like, I think I was paying like $1,600 or like $2,000 for a 6-week camp, you know. And this is much more inexpensive. And then I can also create like a nice environment for the fighters where they can eat clean, live clean, and, you know, train good.
It had to be a mutual agreement. So how did y'all come up with the idea to do this house?
He said he wants to.
Don't be scared.
How did you come up with this idea?
Well, we need some sort of income besides fighting, you know. And real estate is pretty safe. It's not too much of a gamble, and it increases your net worth as well. So that's why. When I first started this journey, it was more like a hobby. You know, mixed martial arts was a hobby. It was a cool thing to do when I was in college. And then when I pursued it, like I fought for the King of the Cage title, you know, at light heavyweight, and I thought pretty soon I'll make it, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen 3 years in, 4 years in, 5 years in. It didn't happen like 10 years in, you know. So a part of me always thought that I would make it in this sport. But as, you know, time went on and I couldn't make it, there was a time when I almost gave up, you know, when I almost quit. Did I ever think that I would become a world champion? I always believed that, you know, and that's why I kept going. But there were moments when I had a lot of doubts. There were dark times when I almost quit, you know, when I almost gave it up. But it was the passion and the grit that kept me going. And also having, you know, a wife like Katie, somebody that believed in me when nobody did, was very important.
So I met Aung at the gym, and I started working there at the gym. He was working there teaching. I was the front desk person. And so we kind of had a friendship through that. And about, I don't know, 4 or 6 months of just being friends, and we kind of went past that point, and I haven't turned back. And it's been over 10 years. We gotta eat too.
All right, we'll go eat. You hungry?
But I always eat. You
All right.
hungry?
I can eat, but I'm good. I ate before I came
We're going
here.
to barbecue.
Push them.
At what point did you kind of recognize in your own self, like, I'm good at this?
Well, when I first started, you know, mixed martial arts, my first fight I lost, you know, and then I went on a good streak. I was knocking people out, I was submitting people, and I was like, man, I could be good at this, you know. And during that time, if I took it seriously, if I took that step if I had a mentor or somebody to help me, you know, direct me in the right direction, I think I would have been further, you know, in my career. But during that time, there was a lot of passion, there was a lot of talent, but there was no way or no direction. And that was the issue, you know, having direction, having good people around me. If I had good people around me at that time, I think I would have, you know, I would have made it a lot quicker. This is my mini-me. What's your name? Tell them your name. His name is Aung D. I'm Aung La. This is Aung D. He's my twin, right? You're my twin, right? Yep. And he listens to Awa all the time, right, Eddie? And he's a very good boy. Okay. Her, on the other hand, it's a different story.
Very good one.
But there were many years when I struggled a lot. You know, in my late 20s, even to my early 30s, I had to struggle a lot. By that time, you know, in my early 30s, I was already married. You know, we were barely making ends meet. We had hard time paying rent, and we could, you know, barely feed ourselves. We would sometimes go to our in-law houses and, you know, raid their fridge, raid their freezer, and get their meat and try to, you know, have food for us to eat during the week. Those times were hard. And in those times, we learned to live frugal. We learn to live, you know, humbly, and I think those times built the character that I am today. Having that grit and that willingness to grind, you can't buy that with money, you know. I guess life has a way of humbling you to help you grow and be stronger, and I wouldn't like trade anything for those times that I had, those hard times that I had. But during those times, you know, we stayed focused. We stayed true to what my goals were, and my goals were to be the best version of myself, and to be, you know, the best mixed martial artist that I can be.
Awa is the best. I'm the best Awa.
What are you doing?
Awa is the best.
We get milk.
It's home life.
Yep. And Killcliff. Cheers. Cheers.
What's this?
Minecraft?
Monster School.
Yeah, is it book in school?
What you finna run with the baby?
Yep. Just a little cardio. Just a cardio session for the week, for the weekend. Santang, you ready?
What's up, man?
Here we go. Today we got to spend some time with my family, my friends, and they keep you grounded, you know, they keep you, and they remind you why you're working so hard, you know. They are my why, you know, why I do what I do, and why I try to be a better version of myself so that I can better the people around me, you know. I love my family, you know, I love my teammates as well, and I want them to do well. And they keep me humble too, you know, like the first time that I won my world title when I came home, the first thing that I had to do was change my son's diaper, you know. It doesn't get more humbling than that, you know, wiping your son's poop and changing his diaper. So I think it's very important to surround yourself with people like that.
Was she crying?
She wasn't.
Why is she crying?
Huh? No. The phone fell, that's why.
Oh, did you hit her in the head?
No.
Well, why is she crying?
I think just because she's hungry. She misses you. How are you, Dave? Give me a hug now.
Yeah.
Aung is a special personality because it's rare to have a champion like Aung who is literally world famous, where I hear if he steps off the plane in his home country, like you can't even see the ground when you get off the airplane. I mean, it's just, you know, he's an icon and stuff like that, but you would never know that you know, he'll invite you over to his home. He treats you like family. He's just a special guy. He cares a lot about, you know, everything's like a family with him. So it's just special to watch that relationship with him and the whole Sanford team, really. And it's just, and that's why it's like you can't help but pull for these guys, and you want them to be successful because they deserve it.
This that work that it takes to be champion. A lot of people they put in their little weekly work in the gym, but you got to do the work when ain't nobody looking, right?
Yep, exactly. What's 3 miles? It's like, it sucks, but it's gonna get me ready for the week, you know? 30 minutes, 20, like our fight's 25 minutes. That ain't nothing, you know? When you're training good, it's nothing. If you see us train, you know, like the guys fight for a 3-rounder, they train for a 3-rounder. It's nothing. You know, if you watch tomorrow's training, the day after tomorrow's training, like we're training hard, man. Shouldn't be too hard if we're full-time, you know, if we're full-time fighters, it shouldn't be that hard. The big thing happened when I did my first, you know, competition for one championship in Myanmar. When I was the main event in Myanmar in 2016, that was the time when I was representing Myanmar in, you know, in the homeland, and I was the main event there. That was the first time that I made it on the front of the newspaper, you know. Before on Facebook, you know, I would have about like 30 or 40,000 following, right? 40,000 following. But after my fight and after when I became the champion, I had millions of followers. And that's when it happened, you know, I would say around 2016, 2017.
You are about to hear one of the loudest noises ever heard in a one championship arena. This man is home.
Aung, the Burmese Python!
Next month, you know, after my fight, I was supposed to go back and open up, you know, Python MMA, which is my calling. I believe it's my calling to produce another mixed martial arts world champion from Myanmar. You know, that was my goal. And it's been planned for years now, but that's not gonna happen now, you know.
Well, first of all, the people in America don't even know how big Aung is. It's serious. He's like Pacquiao, maybe even bigger than Manny Pacquiao. Like the whole city is closed down when he fights. Like even the army doesn't fight when he fights. So he's a national star, superstar. Working. One guy's working with the knees, everything, everywhere. If we can get Sean 1 second here. 1 second. So Sean is my partner. So I'm the guy that clinches, and we make the knees a little bit here, and then you put his, we move a little bit here movement here. But most important is that the guy that's working, put the hands here and lean a little bit and make sure that you not start doing this shit, because then you got hit everywhere. Doesn't make any sense. Put your head next to his head. You guys always talk about head position in wrestling and everything. Same with clinching. This side here is easy to knee here.
Obviously, as a coach, you don't set goals with a fighter. You don't say, oh, I'm gonna take this guy and make him a champion, or a double champion and things like that. As a coach, typically you see a fighter and you say, how can I make this fighter better?
Yeah.
What was it that you saw that you was like, okay, I can make this guy better, and eventually what he became?
Well, you say it right, you know, there's a lot of people that say, I saw the guy, I can make him champion. You said totally right. The trainer just wants to make sure that every student gets better, every student, you know, and he just became a part of the group. But what I saw is, first of all, like I said before, he follows, you know, he believes, he put his trust in you. That's what they do. And when the student puts trust in you, you work harder for it, you know, and then you saw slowly you saw him progressing in the department where I thought I could be of any help, because he was already a champion before he came to me. But He trained by himself mostly before he came. He trained at the gym and he did good stuff, but he was working at the gym, he owned the gym. So here we learned him to be more professional, like, okay, this is going to be your job, this is going to be your work, you're going to train twice a week, and this is what we're going to do, you know? And follow a system. Everybody that comes here knows that we all train at the same times. Everybody, from champion to no champion, in big groups. And everybody has to get used to that too, but he was like really easily to fit in. He's a guy that likes to be around people. He likes to be around his teammates. He loves the gym. You need to kick him out of the gym, you know. He needs to get home to his children, but otherwise he will be here all day. Like I said before, this is his life. He doesn't do anything else besides this. That's why he's also so good, you know.
Oh, you did?
Hey man, make me look big. I was saying to Aung, I was glad he made me lift after that run, because when I seen the photo this morning, I was like, woo!
Man, these guys here are all monsters. Like, all the stories about all the boogeyman, all the wannabe John Wicks, they're all here. And they're in every single weight class. Man, that being said, every single one of them will give you the shirt off their back and feed you if you needed it. Everybody here is so nice, so polite, so family oriented. Look, they're so nice. Look, they're like normal people, but they're really not normal people, man. One Championship's coming to America, partnered up with TNT, but now you finally get to see what One Championship is about here in America. One Championship is different from all other organizations for the fact that you can't win a round. And I would say 80 to 85% of One Championship's bouts end so that the judges can't even decide what's happening next. Somebody's either going to sleep or somebody gets tapped out. So when you guys finally get to see what One Championship does, the production quality and the type of athletes that they have, it's going to be something new, something old and something reminiscent of the old school Pride Glory days. It's going to be good times.
He must have forgot.
The Monday morning grind.
It's great. Getting to do what we love is great. Can't complain, huh? Can't complain when you do what you love. Hey, Linton. Linton, what's up? Did I forget something?
I'm gonna come. Yeah, I'm gonna come, bro.
No, you're not. Nope.
I am. I wanted to make sure you were still going first.
Nope, I don't invite you anymore.
Alright, I'm just gonna show up anyway.
Alright. We'll be there.
And gate crash. Alright, I'll leave in 5 minutes.
Alright, brother. See ya.
Guys, I'm gonna eat light today. I feel a little bit heavy. I got no carb at all. No carb, okay? So the French fries. I'm gonna have French fries.
You get sweet potato French fries?
I'm not gonna have no carb. I'm overweight, man. 2 pounds over. I'm just gonna have a Diet Coke today. This is him right here. Me, I don't give a shit.
Sanford, what's going on?
We've been coming here for almost a year now. Chef really treats us good. For my last camp, when I cut down to middleweight, I felt strong, you know. At every practice, I felt good. And the food's really clean. He uses a lot of anti-inflammatory, like seasonings, like turmeric, ginger, you know, and it's good for us. So, tastes good too, you know, it tastes good. And we feel good when we train, so. And I have a friend, you know, Doug Countman, who does my nutrition as well. So they work together hand in hand, so it's a no-brainer for me.
Alright, no cheese, just
Thank you.
So good.
I'll see you boys there.
See you, brother.
I'll see you all at 6:30.
It's 6, buddy.
So One Championship has this big opportunity. We're mainstream in the United States now, so it's a big opportunity for all the One Championship athletes to make a splash, you know. And it's important that we do it in a way that we uplift each other, you know, and we produce the best version of ourselves. It's important that we are good role models, and it's important that we put on great shows so that we can capture, you know, audience and inspire people here in the United States.